Woodhose Fire Department and the Killingly Brooklyn paramedic team were all dispatched to All Hallows Road for a report of a pedestrian that was struck by an Amazon delivery van. Upon arrival, an Amazon van was observed pulled along the right side of the roadway, and the operator, who was identified as 22-year-old Artemio Alvarado of Providence, was standing outside the van. A woman who was screaming in pain was on the ground, already being treated by emergency medical personnel. The female was identified as 67-year-old Natalia Aguiar of All Hallows Road. Aguiar was transported by American Legion ambulance to Day Kimball Hospital for her injuries and was later taken to Hartford Hospital via Lifestar. Alvarado said he had backed into the driveway to make a delivery when the resident had arrived home. Alvarado said he had proceeded to back up further and believes he put the vehicle in park. Alvarado then said he exited the vehicle and it began to roll down the driveway. Aguiar's 41-year-old daughter, Monica Gogan, had been operating her vehicle when they arrived home. Aguiar had started exiting the rear of the vehicle as the Amazon van had begun to roll. Gogan stated she heard her mom start screaming, and that's when she saw what was happening. This case remains under investigation with Plainfield Police. On August 24th, Plainfield Police arrested 47-year-old Jillian Gardner of Plainfield, who had an active warrant for his arrest for sexual assault in the fourth degree and risk of injury to a minor. Gardner, with the assistance from the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, was located at Hopeville Pond State Park and taken into custody without any incident. The arrest stems from a disclosure on November 16th of last year from a juvenile female who said that Gardner had inappropriate contact with her. After a lengthy investigation, an arrest warrant was obtained for Gardner. After learning of the arrest warrant, Gardner made efforts to elude capture since the warrant's issue. Gardner was held on a $100,000 court-set bond. This is not the first time that Gardner has been arrested by Plainfield Police. The last time was back in 2017, where he was arrested for larceny. There's going to be a lottery held at Griswold Town Hall today at 5:30. Well, it's not exactly what you might think. Valerie Pudva, the Griswold Town Clerk, announced that the Registrar of Voters will hold a public lottery on Thursday, August 26th at 5:30 p.m. to determine the horizontal order of names within a row on the ballot for the November 2nd, 2021 election. The lottery will be held in the Griswold Town Hall main meeting room, and the public and candidates are invited to attend. That'll be today at Griswold Town Hall at 5:30.
The 9 a.m. report on SNSN has been brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want, eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
This is your local weather forecast on SNSN. Well, today is going to be another scorcher. Sunny skies, temps around 92. With the heat index, it'll feel like it's closer to 101. Tonight, temperatures drop a little bit, mostly clear skies, temps down to about 70 degrees. And then a 20% chance of showers on Friday and maybe a thunderstorm sometime in the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies on Friday, temps right around 90, but the heat index will make it feel like it's 96.
Local news, sports, and weather. SNSN.
And good morning. Hello, everybody. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock on a Thursday morning. A little bit weird because we always did, for months, we did our psychic show.
Yeah, it's been longer than months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been since you were about 17. We've been doing this
17, show. Yep. So that was,
last year.
Just, well, I was going to give it, a couple of years ago, but
there you go. But it's been really cool. And now we, because of scheduling and, that happened, even Kathy and Regis, had to get moved,
That's true.
And now you can talk to Regis.
Yeah, I probably
You
could.
probably could talk to Regis,
Yeah,
find out why. Hey,
probably.
Regis, why'd they move your show? But that's what we did. We've moved Psychic Tuesday from Tuesday
To
to Thursday. So
Yeah.
I know I will make the mistake probably about 10 times. Welcome to
Mm.
Psychic Tuesday, even though it's Psychic Thursday. So we have Lisa here from Crystal Visions in
Hey.
Jewett City, and we have another lady that's going to stop by. Hopefully, she'll be here pretty soon. Her name is Heather, and we're going to talk to her about reflexology.
Yes.
So, give us an idea, or a little bit about. Don't steal her storm that much, but what is reflexology? It's not just a foot rub.
No, it's not. So like how it is like your foot is a map of your body. So your big toe be in your head and the inner
Okay.
part of your foot is actually your spine. So there's pressure points that she works on for different areas of your body. So like if you suffer headaches, there's a pressure point in your
Mhm.
foot to help with the headaches and stuff like that. So it's really all about, pressure points and manipulating them a little bit.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
and it's also like a clearing too. I do know like some people that has done reflexology on, they actually cry because why she's doing it, not because they're in pain or anything, but it's a release of energy. So it's that release that they need to actually help with different things that are bothering them.
Like I know, like when I used to work in this is something totally different. When I used to work in retail,
Mhm.
and you work in retail, so
Yep.
you're on your feet a lot. And when I was on my feet a lot, my feet would, they would literally go wow, wow, wow. They would throb.
Mhm.
And when I was young, I was diagnosed with something in my foot called Seaver's disease, which really means nothing more than bad growing pains. And
Yep.
you're going to basically have them the entire life. So I have them now, still, even after having them as a kid. So there was nothing better than like a foot, like a foot rub. I would fall asleep, literally fall asleep. Then I had a friend named Judy who was studying reflexology, and she used me like as her
Guinea pig.
I guess you could say. And I was like, yeah.
Yep.
And she would do, she would focus on certain areas, and she had this chair. It was kind of like an arc that you'd sit in. It was a special reflexology chair. And she'd get so mad at me because within 20 minutes, so I couldn't give her any feedback.
Well, that would be feedback in itself because obviously
This was years ago.
she put you in a state where you were able to relax, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
I do know Heather is studying also hand reflexology and also like ears as well. Because some people just don't like having their feet touched. So
that is true.
You can still get the same benefit from hand reflexology in the ears as well. So
okay. Yeah, for some people, and now I don't get me wrong, I don't have like one of those foot fetishes or anything. I'm not going to send you a message saying, "Hey Lisa, send me a picture of your feet."
Right.
I don't understand it, but then again, I don't have to.
Yeah.
But that's not me. I just think that it's very, very relaxing.
Yep.
When that is done. So we could certainly go down a really big rabbit hole with this one, but no, it was to the point sometimes where I would have somebody strap ice packs to the bottom of my feet.
Yeah. Well, and you probably could benefit for some reflexology. So, even now, because things have changed. Like I'm sure it's been a few years since you've had it done since your friend like practiced on you.
Oh, that was years ago. We're talking a decade.
So like a lot has changed.
More than that,
where
actually.
They've learned a lot more pressure points and stuff like that. I know she's always yelling at me because whenever she does reflexology out of the shop, she's always saying, "Oh, I'm going to do you." I'm like, "No, I'm good." Because I don't want like anybody, like I don't want her to waste her time on me where she can have a client come in and do it. So I'm always like, next time. But I did have it done once, and it was really good. Like, she was able to um pick up like the scar tissue I have in my back from my surgery because of how crinkly my foot was in a certain area. So that I found that like really fascinating. So, and Jim used to come and see her when she was.
Jim. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that like a HIPAA violation right there?
I don't think so. Because it's word of mouth, so yeah. So
Foot to mouth.
Exactly.
All right. Good morning, Kevin. Thank you for joining us this morning. Dan Peer is here. Wow. Peer is here.
Peer is here.
I haven't seen Dan in a while, for crying out loud. Ever since this COVID stuff started, I haven't seen Dan. Damn COVID. I don't know why. He just kind of stays under wraps. Unless you tell him you're going to go out and get chicken.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Right. Chicken farm.
Chicken farm.
Yeah.
So what's the ETA on Heather talking about reflexology? Did she...
Not too sure. We'll see. Hopefully she makes it. She knows that we're here.
She better make it.
So she said she'll try.
What was that? Uh-oh.
Not just telling me that I need to breathe. My watch tells me that I need to breathe and focus. Right. How scary is that?
Yeah, Dan. Yeah, it has been a while. We got to do our show that we haven't done in a while. Me, you, Christine, and Roxy from the streets.
Roxy from the streets.
I haven't talked to Roxy much at all lately myself, which is too bad because she's such a nice person. So if anybody has any questions, we're talking about reflexology a little bit and what it does. And when Heather gets here, she'll be able to go ahead and give us more information and
also,
more
like,
to the
just general healing. Like, people need healing these days. Like, and that's what I hear all the time from the spirit world is like people need to get out of the funk that they're in. Yeah. So, or otherwise they're going to be joining them in the other side. So,
yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something that we want to do. Let's see. Daniel says you got to stop at those double headers on Thursday nights. Back when we were doing Little League baseball for a while.
Yep.
Actually tonight we're doing a live stream of the Jewett City Little League closing ceremonies where everybody's going to get their awards.
Nice.
So we're doing that tonight right from the baseball field at Whitley Field at the Little League Park. So on field 1. So come on down and watch the little kids.
I love watching the little kids. I miss the parade that they'd have and stuff.
Well, it's damn COVID, man.
Yeah. I mean, I would sit out the shop and just watch those little kids going by in their, their baseball outfits and stuff like that. And it was so cool. Like,
I used to be in those parades.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Things need to get back to normal.
Yeah.
You know how I feel.
Can't even have barbecues.
You know how I feel about it.
Damn COVID. I can't even have a barbecue. You try to put the dry rub on the ribs and COVID comes and that's the end of that. No more cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how you feel about it.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead.
I got something interesting to tell you about COVID.
All right, go for it.
And I'm going to put it out there and I don't care.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
It is for entertainment purposes only. But so I have a friend that has leukemia. And she caught COVID.
You told me this story.
Yes. I honestly, and I'll probably have like the government coming down on me or something like that, so like with the white cell leukemia, your white blood cell count raises up. Mm-hmm. And I'm putting this out there so that way there people can say, hey, I heard it, on SNSN radio first,
Yeah. This is for entertainment purposes only. And make sure that they do understand that this may or may not be the correct representation opinions of SNSN radio staff, management, or its sponsors. So there we go. The disclaimers are out there.
So her white blood cell count is really high because of the leukemia. And actually, when you get an infection, so she got COVID, which should have made her white blood cell count go even higher because your white blood cell count is trying to attack the virus or whatever. Hers went down substantially.
Wow.
So did the COVID attack the leukemia cells?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's amazing anyway that
Yeah.
they're getting better.
Yeah.
That's the most amazing part. I mean,
So it's her counts went from like 160 down to 40.
so you're saying COVID cures cancer? There's a conspiracy theory.
Exactly, but no one can explain why her white blood cell count started going down.
Could it just be a coincidence?
Well, then when they started treating her for the COVID and stopping the COVID from progressing,
Mm-hmm.
it started gradually going back up again when they were killing the COVID off.
Oh, okay.
So
Yikes.
it'd
That's
be
scary.
interesting. So, and no one can give her answers on like why
It doesn't matter.
it
doesn't
happens.
matter if she's doing better. Then
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that matters. So that's a good story to hear.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm buying that COVID cures.
It's just weird though. It's a
that,
positive
but-
thing that came out of her getting COVID, why her immune system was already compromised.
Yeah.
It's
It's a weird story, but you know what? I've heard. stranger things.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
all right. If you have any questions, that Lisa's here to do a reading for you. If you are listening on the SNSN app, you can certainly give us a call. You can't see the phone number that's scrolling on the bottom of the page. It's 860-591-1054. If you call that number, you will be connected to us, and I'll connect you to Lisa, and then she'll connect you to like dead people.
Or I did bring my cards.
Or she brought her tarot
I brought my
cards. So-
tarot cards.
So either way,
I just don't
Um,
like to go on a whole spiel of tarot cards and stuff like that. So,
so we do this show for you guys, so that way if you have any questions, and it's absolutely free. We're not going to take your Visa or MasterCard information.
cut it out. As soon as they call, you're scanning their credit card numbers.
How?
I don't know.
Lisa will psychically pick up your card number
Right?
and charge you.
I see 4652-3128.
867-5309 Beechwood 45789.
Yeah.
860-591-1054. And usually what happens is that we will yap for about 30 minutes, and just before we end our show, that's when people start calling. Don't do that. If you have something, give us a call. 860-591-1054. So how's the shop doing down on Main Street? How's Crystal Visions? You guys are hanging out pretty good.
Yeah. It has its slow days. It has its busy days.
Mhm.
But, it's overall, it's good. Building, of course, is falling apart. But, overall, the shop is good.
There was somebody that was going to move next door to you guys,
Yes.
but that didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
You guys were going to get a doggy cookie store.
Yep.
Boy.
But if you would have seen it, you did see it
did
in
see it,
there.
yeah.
There's no way anybody could even open up a place in there.
No, it's very, very dangerous. I mean, you showed me where the toilet fell through the floor.
Yeah.
The
It's
toilet
bad.
literally fell through the floor.
It's bad, but they say it's not a life or death situation. So
Well, it could have been.
yeah,
If you were taking a dump, you got dumped
exactly.
right through the floor.
On top of a boiler system for the
Yeah.
heat and stuff, because that's what's
So
right
that's-
underneath. Yeah,
That's a serious situation, right there.
it is. And it's overall, it's the whole building. I wish people cared more about properties and what they do. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
860-591-1054. I implore that you give us a call and ask Lisa to do a reading for you. Put her to the test.
Oh, I hate
Shoot.
tests.
I know. Hi, can you tell me about my future? I'm not telling you my name.
I didn't.
I'm not telling
I
you
didn't do very
anything.
good in school either with tests. Unless it's mathematical, then
But people do that, don't they?
Yes, all the time.
They'll say, "Tell me about my life."
Although I've been getting a lot of good referrals lately, so that helps.
I love it when people do that and then they cross their arms, and what they're doing is they're really just blocking their energy.
Exactly. I try to tell people, so if you're going in for a reading or any type of healing, even if you're meditating, do not leave any body part crossed, because you're actually blocking the flow
Mhm.
of energy. So it's like coming up to a tied knot in your shoelace. How are you going to tie the shoelace if it's
Yep.
knotted? You have to get the knot out first in order for you to properly tie your shoelace. It works on the same thing, that you're blocking the flow of energy. So
it looks like we also have somebody else in the room by the name of Naomi.
Yep.
I've seen her in there, and from what I understand, she has a gift as well.
she does. Yep, she does.
So even Naomi, if you want to call in and tell us about some of your experience, that would be awesome. Here on Psychic Thursday, the number here now. If you don't feel comfortable calling, you can always move your question into the chat room. We're completely interactive. I will say that it is better to call, so Lisa can. Well, you can't shuffle for shit, can you?
Well, no, these cards are a little bit bigger than normal tarot cards, so but I love them.
I'm watching you just flipping cards all over the place. Oh,
Well,
what was that card? Just so you know,
Justice.
What does that mean?
Yeah, justice. Everything will be balanced out for you and stuff like that. The other one was the Ace of Pentacles, which is like really good money flow coming in, stuff like that.
So you're telling me that things are going to balance out for me, and then I'm going to have a cash windfall.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking.
Yes,
that's the way it's looking.
Never happen. Never happen.
If it's directed to you, so
yeah. So Naomi, if you have a question, or if anybody has any questions, you can certainly type them in the room if you want to, and I will read them to Lisa. But I think the problem there is, even though you've had some good success with that on our psychic shows, but you might also be picking up my energy too. I would think, if I'm reading you the question.
No, not really. It's just the connection's better if it's a direct contact. So,
got it.
Right now I get so this energy that I have with me is someone that's like really like lightheaded, and they feel dizzy and like almost like I feel out of sorts.
All right.
Like a little confusion going on. So I don't know if there's anyone that's watching that is experiencing any of that stuff. But yeah, almost like I feel like I'm in a fog. Like things are like moving like a little in a slow motion type scenario, if that makes sense. So
okay, we have actually Naomi has a question. I'm going to read this to you. You ready, Lisa? First of all, congratulations. She recently became a grandmother.
Yes, she did. I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to know more about my new granddaughter. Her name is Ilara. Elara. That's a beautiful name.
It is a beautiful
Unique
name.
and beautiful. That is nice.
It's kind of funny because the first thing that I hear or that I'm getting is that she's going to have a lot of fairy energy, but also she's not going to be afraid to like go out and like pick up the bugs, almost kind of like one of my granddaughters. Like she's got a lot of that fairy spunk and a lot of the energy of being happy, free and stuff like that. But she's definitely she's going to have a lot of control over people. I'd like to put it that way.
But she's going to put them in a trance. They're going
to, she's going to be able to like manipulate a lot of different.
But I don't think she's going to do it for bad. I think it's going to be like.
That's why I said she's going to have a lot of that fairy energy. And I'd be curious to see if Naomi picks up a lot of fairy energy in her now, even though she's just a wee little baby. So. Yeah, a lot of fairy energy, a lot of
the baby,
control.
the it may be small, but the soul
is
not.
No, not at all. So I think she's actually came into this earth plane to teach people lessons, not to learn
the first
lessons.
What I got was teach
people lessons. So
especially,
which is huge.
Especially, you ready for this? Naomi.
Yeah.
I think she's here to help teach Naomi.
I would say the whole family and I think in general.
I think her specifically.
Yeah.
Because this is why I think Naomi, let me ask you, did you feel very compelled to ask that question specifically about your beautiful granddaughter? She says, I agree, but we don't know to what she agrees to. So
she agrees to the fairy energy and stuff like that.
Damn it, Naomi, just call us for Christ's sakes. It's not like we all don't know each other. Crickets.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely, connected and gonna teach people things. Like it's but do it with like you said, like that happy go lucky, like she's gonna be like, yeah, I'm got you in my trance now. So
Yeah. Good.
yeah.
Very good. It's
Very
always nice
happy.
always nice to hear about little babies being born, especially grandchildren. People that have been waiting for grandchildren and have them. And I watch just your face whenever you talk about your grandbabies.
I love my grandbabies. Yeah.
So it's like you just light up like a like a fluorescent light. It's crazy.
Yeah, today was their first day of school, so I got all the first day of school pictures.
The twins, they were just born.
No, not the twins,
Oh.
but the 3 girls. So,
and there's somebody on the line. Let's see, who do we have here? And good morning. Who's on the line with us on Psychic Thursday? Hello. Guten Morgen. All right. Well, I guess they're done. So anyway, we'll move on. All right. There's another question in the group. It's from Mary. I'm going to read it to you. Hello. I'm going for an interview for a job on Sunday. Do ye think I'll get it? And I'm trying to move my house. Will I find a new home? And what are the feelings toward me from the man I love, but not with?
okay.
Sorry about the long message.
Whole lot.
I'm going to assume you're from you're from Europe with the ye's. I'm assuming I'm even going to say Ireland. Am I right, Mary? But anyway, so I guess I get. It sounds to me like she cares for some dude, but she's not with him.
All right. So first, I'm gonna do like the job thing.
All right.
Getting as far as the job situation goes, it's not what she wants to do.
Okay.
Like I'm seeing that there was 2 different job offers that she put in for, or 2 different jobs that she put in for. And the other one that she did not get the interview for would probably been a better choice as far as like what she's looking to do. Now, her second question was, is she gonna move?
Oh, by the way, Naomi, I did answer. Lisa and I were both going, hey, we were trying to talk to you. You can try to call back. Let her read Mary here, and if you want to call back, Naomi, definitely do it.
Let's see. I'm gonna move.
Lisa has a full house. I
Full house, yeah.
I told a New York Italian, someone that talks like this, they're like, hey, yo, that he had a lot of fairy energy. And he goes, look, brother, I'm not a transgender. I'm like, dude, not like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely see the move as being a positive thing for you. So that is definitely a good situation for you to be in. Now, are you moving because of the job, or are you just moving because you want a new place?
Let me read it to you again. Maybe you can. Mary, we are in Connecticut in the United States. Let's see. Let me read the question to you again. I'm going for an interview for a job on Sunday. Do you think I'll get it? And I'm trying to move my house. Will I find a new home?
So yes,
so it sounds like she wants to.
Yes, she will find a new home. The job, I think it needs to, like, she's not going to be happy with the first choice. So unless they're going to show her 2 different decisions to make, I think that's the way it needs to go. And then the other question was love life, right? About the boyfriend or
the
love interest.
The dude. All right, so I got some input on that. So the dude that you care for, that you're in love with, I think he's stringing you along. I think he's kind of pulling you, and as soon as he doesn't want you anymore, he kind of pushes you away, and then it's kind of like you want what you can't have. Tell me if you if you agree.
I got something different by going by the cards. I just think that the maturity level isn't there for him. But there would be no like marriage or anything like that aspect. But he's definitely like financially stable and can support the situation. However, there might not be like that full on commitment, if that makes sense.
It's kind of what I said.
Yeah. But
you just said it differently.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the bigger picture. Like I do see like the relationship going, but no marriage commitment. Not any...
I don't even see a relationship part of it. I just see like like, hey, do you want to go to dinner? And you go to dinner. Hey, you want to come back to we'll hang out for a while. Okay, I'll see you later. Unfortunately, I don't see.
Yeah, you don't see it.
I'm not getting no.
But at least he's not using her for money wise.
No, I think there's some passion there.
Yeah,
and there's passion on both sides. But with her, I think it's turned more into a love.
Yeah, I can see that.
See what I did? Or like this?
Yep.
Ooh, what did I do? What did I do?
Like he does have like the financial backing for her, but it's like she's blinded by this blind fate that she has.
All right, well, see now. Here's what she said. She goes, "We're neighbors, and he begged me to go out with him, and a proposal." And then he stopped talking to me.
Oh,
so I think there's passion between the two, but I think the intention is different.
Yep,
definitely different.
I can see that.
I think, Mary, tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. I think you're more of the type right now that's looking to settle down, live your life, get married, have babies, and start your life like that. And I think you're trying to just go ahead and create a whole new world. That's what it seems like to me. And there's a lot of moving parts.
Who's been in here with blonde curly hair?
I don't know. Who knows?
What I can do with hair.
Naomi said, by the way, it's okay about the call, and she said both of your inputs are spot on.
Thank you.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's what I think, Mary. Okay. Yeah. She said this happened nearly 4 years ago. We're not together at the moment. I want to settle down. I'm hurt. So there you go.
Yeah. She definitely needs to move on.
I think she got to move on, and I think the job is in a new home is all
exactly
all things that'll help you get to that point.
Definitely getting the new home.
So the universe knows it, Mary. You just don't yet.
Yep.
You agree or disagree?
No, I agree. Like he was like the passion was definitely there, but he wasn't marriage material. So it's not like
he's still not.
Yeah, it's not like maturity wise he needs to grow up a lot. So
see, when we don't have the third person here, I got to kick in with my spidey sense.
You kick in anyway, even with the third person here.
Not as much as I am now. So, I mean,
I think it's all fun. So
I haven't done this in a while. I do it very sporadic.
Yeah,
that's another Mike fun fact that people don't know about.
So why don't you tell me something?
Sure. About what?
Just in general.
About you?
Yeah. Well, me as a business.
I can't read people that are closer to me. I really can't.
You know why? It's because
that's probably why you can't get my mother.
It's a lot of times it's because the information that comes across may not be the information that's correct, but it's what they want for the person.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're reading more on, like if I was to give you a reading or something like that, it would be more on what I would hope for you. Except for that time you were having that pain. That was,
Yeah.
but that was all energy like
I
related.
think with you, I think moving your business out of town is detrimental.
I agree. I like I did a survey where my client base is, and
says.
pretty much Jewett City, Plainfield, that's
Mhm.
like centrally located from all of my customer base.
Yeah.
Well, not all, because I have customers like on other parts of the United States.
I feel that.
However,
Okay.
I can't stay where I'm at.
I know, and I understand that, but that's even kind of why I even suggested what I did the other day. Remember when I came into you?
Yep.
Can't talk about it on the air, but
Yep.
that is something. I think that this is where you need to be.
Well, I did look at a place down in Target Plaza, so which is still considered like Lisbon.
Don't go to the
City.
dark side to
Yeah.
Lisbon. I
Hey,
can see Tom Sparkman. Another business
They
coming.
still have Jewett City Electric down there, which I love Jewett
Right.
City Electric. Their rates are pretty reasonable, and you tend to not to lose power as often. So.
But here's the other thing is that, and I've always had this feeling, but I'm going to tell you, mano y mano or mano y womano.
Okay.
Ready? You need more. I feel you need more of a web presence.
Yes.
I feel that you have the web it's there, but you don't. And I'm not talking about retail sales. I think I feel that you need to. You push your services more on a larger scale.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you do that, and it'll take time to build like anything else,
Yep. That is on my list of things to get done now that all the grandkids are back in school and I don't have them as much, except for Tuesdays and Wednesdays, of course.
I don't get any good energy at all about you moving to another town.
Hmm.
I really don't. I don't get that warm and fuzzy, nothing, no hair up on, my arms sticking straight up or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I'm the sporadic psychic. That's what
Hey, I've
Sheila
been told
says.
I
Hi,
was the
Sheila.
witchy Jesus, so
Oh my God.
yeah, I'm gonna get a shirt. I'm gonna make myself a shirt that says witchy Jesus on it. So,
But I think your business is gonna really kind of gravitate away from retail and go more service based.
well, if I go more service based, there's a lot more area locations that I can do. Except for I love doing the retail part of it. I love providing people with the tools that they need to make things happen. If that makes sense.
Daryl says Lisa and I are in the same boat. I want to stay in the area, but it's tough finding the rental prices.
Yes, we definitely pay a decent amount for rent there.
So getting into economic development and getting into like Jewett City and stuff like that, in places where people can rent and bring businesses into town. So this has got nothing to do with psychic energy or anything like that. I think there are a lot of things that need to change. I think they got to rip a couple of buildings down.
Exactly.
And they have to start and rebuild.
Or
Nothing's gonna change.
Nope. Or make the owners of these buildings responsible to make the repairs that need to be made, because it downtown looks like shit. I hate to say it, but it does.
I know they're trying to fix like some of the faces and stuff like that, but honestly, the building that Altones is in, and this is nothing against Annie, and she's been there for forever, and people love her, and she's done a lot for.
But I can tell you what I hear from the spirit world is
the building's got to go.
Annie's not going to be there much longer.
What?
Like, I just got a feeling that because of the same situation, she's been there, 40 years?
Yeah.
And the buildings look the same that whole time, pretty much.
Yeah.
You can only do so much. Like, if you look at the side of her building, it looks like it's pregnant and it's starting to bust at the seams.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of scary because that can come off and fall on somebody.
Yep.
Because a lot of people walk
but that
through
almost
that
happened.
parking lot. Yeah.
Where Airmonies used to be.
Yep.
All right. There was that there was that part of the building and just fell down on the ground.
Yeah.
And they had to rope it off for the weekend before Public Works could come and get it. But if that fell and hit somebody, it would have killed somebody.
Oh, definitely.
I think they got to rip down a couple of buildings.
Yep.
You know, there's land down there.
Yep.
There's definitely stuff that can be done with it.
And redevelop it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it would be nice. It's a great way to bring, business into the town.
Exactly.
Because that, just any building alone, the whole upstairs of that place is completely empty. Of course, you can't have anybody in there because it's probably going to fall through the floor. But that is like, you could develop that into something like really nice.
Absolutely.
You know, I even hear that the third floor up over where Aramoni's used to be in the Chinese restaurant, that whole third floor is like decayed and everything else. All
right, Mary had just another statement, and see if you get something on this. I had a car accident last year. I'm okay, thank God for that. But the other two drivers are blaming me and trying to take it to court. What will happen there?
So she was in a car accident 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And then I want to do a follow up with another lady who is writing in.
The first thing I'm going to ask is if,
I'm going to ask is talking to your microphone.
She might need to get, like, the aspect, she might need to get an attorney, like, if she doesn't have one, because them getting that, there's, like, a higher person that from the people that were involved in the accident that they already must have secured an attorney. And from what I'm seeing, it was like there was money. It's all about money. It's like, but I get that, all three parties are responsible for the accident. It's not just on one versus the other one. Like, so I don't know if the other car had like two people in it, but everybody played a part in that, and it should be like an even wash. But unfortunately, they're gonna bring her through again. I got three of swords. They're gonna like bring her through the ringer, unless she takes control of the situation and stuff like that.
As soon as I read the question, or I read it before, because you were talking about, we're talking about economic development here in town. All I got was like three big dollar signs.
But it's all about money. It's all about the money. Greed.
Go ahead.
It's greed. It's greed.
They feel they have the upper hand, and they think they can twist that into a payday.
Yep, exactly.
But I still think, what I feel is that insurance, I don't think it'll affect her that much. I think, in a way, it will, because her insurance can increase because of it, or unfortunately, they can drop her. Right. But that's all right. Somebody else will pick her up, But I'm talking about if it gets to be a big money situation, it's not going to be terribly taxing on her personally.
But it wasn't like just one person's at fault. Everybody played a part in it. So maybe it be the two people were talking or whatever. Like, everybody played a part in that scenario. So,
and there was a male that had a couple too many.
Oh, you think it was a drinker?
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
Who wasn't driving?
Could be. Like I said, there was three people, and I get two people in one vehicle, but everybody played a part in that accident.
So the large vehicle drove out in front of me, and another vehicle drove into the back of me. Oh, so you were a sandwich.
So there was three people involved. Yeah.
Okay. Jillian says, well, she doesn't say hack, but she goes, "Hi guys, I called back in the fall and asked what you saw as far as my love life moving forward. I'm a single mom and was new to the dating as a single mom. You told me to have fun with it, and I did. I'm in a new relationship, and I'm wondering what you see in the future."
Oh yeah, I just got my whole body. Yeah, all, like, even the back of my head. I mean, this is definitely a good, like, look at this. Like, I got everywhere. It's
Here
definitely a good.
comes
Yeah, it's definitely a good situation.
Although there's one thing that you're wondering about: trust. And I think that comes from previous situations, I'm going to say.
Previous relationships.
And remain having fun.
Yeah, to keep, And
Live your
she's
life.
got a skeleton she's got to keep in her closet for right now. I don't know what that is. I just heard keep that skeleton tucked away for now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It doesn't need to come out yet.
yeah, it doesn't need to come out yet. Yeah.
Whatever that might
keep
be.
that skeleton tucked away for right now.
All right, got a question from Sherry, and Sherry, I think you got to be a little more specific here. She goes, things are going okay in my life, but do you see anything notable in my future? Give us an idea. I mean, it's something specific, because I could say, well, I see that you will continue breathing, and breathing will be a good thing, and you will continue to eat food. Food is a good thing. So food and breathing, and I hope we were right. Come on, Sherry.
Well,
I
what
know
I'm
Sherry.
getting from this is just for her future. Things are like she's right now. She's got all her tools that she needed to make things happen in her life, like job, relationship wise, like everything is falling into place. So come in the future, she's going to actually use a lot more of those tools to increase the prosperity, increase the happiness, because she's got everything into play. The only thing that she's got to do is, so she's going to have to do the work herself, but she'll be able to manifest things to come into play. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And her past, there was a lot of struggles where she wasn't too sure like where she was going to go in her life. So.
Okay. Bryant, new long distance relationship. Will it work?
Long distance relationship. I hate long distance relationships, but let's see.
Jillian says thank you.
Well, I don't see like the relationship ending. But I'm also getting like you never know what to expect in a long distance relationship. Like it's always like a lot of surprises coming up, a lot of unknowings in long distance relationships. But let's see if will it work? Like I get there's no ending to it, so let's see how long it will work. These cards are like just flying all over the place today.
I just think you don't know how to shuffle. Sherry said, sounds good. Thanks, Lisa. Mary chimes in and said, I have taken control of the accident situation, and will it not go to court? And will it not go to court? I'm thinking she's saying it will not go to court. I just think it's about
as
money.
far as the long distance relationship goes, I don't see it ending anytime soon. However, it's gonna have to manifest into anything more. You guys are gonna have to like bring it together somehow, or otherwise it won't last, because it's like pretty much a guessing game on what's going on in the relationship wise. And then Mary wants to know if her case is gonna go to court. The first thing I get is
I think it'll start going to court. But,
I think things are going to settle
dropped.
like out of it. But it like all the paperwork and stuff will be processed. But we'll see if it physically goes to court.
See, this is what happens. All the questions come in. This one about the shows.
Yeah.
Jillian, just go ahead.
I do get that, all the paperwork and stuff is going to be filed, but I don't know. And, like, so that would be technically going to court. But it's not going to be, like, something's going to be like, I almost feel like things are going to be taken from her. So it may not be like money wise, but it could be like time wise, like it's going to like take some time away, but it's not going to progress any further.
So Jillian has some more questions, and she said she wants to get more info. And Jillian, just call 1-900-4-LISA. 1-900-4-LISA. $2.99 a minute. See, that's the hook. We give you a little bit of information, and it's like call the 900 number.
That's funny.
No, Jillian, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. But there's something I want to get to somebody else's questions first. Lori wants to know, she says, good morning. Considering buying a house, is it a good idea? Do you see a future with me and my guy? And one last question, been having a lot of depression and anxiety. Do you see an end to this?
The depression and anxiety can tell you that you're going to need to ground yourself a little bit more. And almost like I get, you're pulling a lot of everybody else's energy into your field. So you need to release that and let their problems be their problems. You know, you can't fix the world, so to speak. As far as the new house goes, I'm getting, you're almost going to feel like the first one that you're looking at, or the first one that you are going to look at, I'm almost getting that you feel like you have to settle for it, and do not settle. Make sure it's everything that you want. And don't just settle for the first thing that comes up because the price is good or whatever, because there is something that is going to come to pass. I'm going to say within the third or fourth house that you take a look at. But it is a good idea for, buying a house. Just don't settle for the first one that you see. As far as the relationship wise goes with the current boyfriend, let's see. That one's
status
coming
quo.
Yeah, that one's coming in questionable. So I don't know why. I don't know if it's because
I'm just getting.
Yeah, because I don't think that. I hate to say it, I don't think he has all his eggs in his basket, like as far as the future wise goes. I think he's always like grasping for straws and stuff like that, and you never know like what type of person. And I'd be curious, like, does he have like kind of like split personalities, where one day he's perfectly happy and the next day he's not? Only because that's what I'm kind of getting, is you never know like what kind of mood he's going to be in at a certain time. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all, Lori, but that's pretty much what I'm getting. I get more like it can work for you with him, but he's just got to make sure that he knows what he wants and keeps all his eggs in one basket, so to speak. Like, not be so sporadic all over the place. So, and that will also help with your anxiety and stuff like that as well, because you're probably picking up a lot of his sporadic energy.
She said, "Yep, makes sense."
Okay, good.
So now, if you want to contact Lisa, off air, Lisa, what is your email address?
Crystal Visions, the number 4 at gmail.com.
Crystal Visions, that's CrystalVisions 4 at gmail.com.
Yep.
All right. I think
and also on Facebook, they can message us on Facebook as well.
Crystal Visions.
Yes.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports, and your home for local news and weather, broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City. The streaming news and sports network, SNSN.
Yeah, that's us. We know this. But anyway, Lisa, well, of course, why did I know your reflexology person was not going to show up?
Well, hopefully she shows up for breakfast, because I'm starving.
You could also send questions into Mike at snsnonline.com. If you didn't get her email address, and I will go ahead and forward it to her. So it's crystalvisions4 at gmail.com, or you can certainly send an email to me at Mike at snsnonline.com. If you look behind me, you'll see where it says SNSN. So there you go.
SNSNonline.com.
And our website's going to be going through a completely different metamorphosis.
Oh, it's going to change?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be completely different. So in about 2 weeks.
Into like a beautiful butterfly?
I think so. Like one of the things, like, for example, we're going to start having a lot of different merchandise, that's local, local type merchandise, like right here. Like if you see it in the room. Oh, look, now we get a call. Look at this. Look, I'll take it. Let's see what happens here. Good morning. Who's on SNSN Psychic Thursday?
Hi, this is Jillian.
Ha! We knew it.
I got through.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi, I appreciate the feedback, and I was just wondering if you could use the cards just to give me a little bit more info.
Say again. What? Tell Lisa she's listening. What info are you looking for? Go ahead.
So, I just entered a new relationship a few months ago, and I'm just wondering what you. So you said you felt a lot of goosebumps, and it seemed to be a good feeling. But I'm just wondering if you could tell me anything beyond that.
Oh, okay. So she's the goosebump lady. I get that. He's like, I hit you hit pay dirt with him. Like he's very in tuned with himself as well as in tuned with you. It's almost like I get to like it's almost too good to be true type of a person. It's the best way I can describe it. But it is.
I don't think she trusts it yet.
Yeah, because it is too good, like almost too good to be true. So
I feel like I have come around to trusting it recently, and it's just been a great feeling, just a feeling of falling, and I felt really great.
Yeah,
but it was hard at first. The trust. He's definitely right about that.
Yeah, and that's because it's almost like too good to be true. Like, how can this possibly be?
Yeah.
Dan Pierre just said, "Oh my God, you had me convinced that it's Tuesday." Because we've been doing Psychic Tuesday for so many years, for so long, and now all of a sudden, whoop, look at that, Wumbus! We have Psychic Thursday now. She's flippy cards.
So
flippy,
it does
flippy.
show me, like, you know, he is like what he says he is. You know, there's no like hiding it. But he's also not going to make you feel like you're put on a pedestal in any way. Like, so he's going to treat you as an equal, or like he's on a pedestal. I get that, you know, financially he's set, so you don't have to worry about any of that, like him using you for money, your house, whatever, because he does his own thing. So he does it. It's like definitely a very good relationship for you. And it can only grow from here.
Awesome.
So
yeah, I agree with everything you've had to say, and thank you so much.
Hey, Jillian, just so you know, she gets things totally different than I do. So like the way I get it in like cartoon figures. I get it in, you know, like just, you know, pictures. A lot of visualizations, right? So what I got out of this with you, I know it's going to seem, maybe this is just because of my personality.
It could be.
I get stuff like this, but all I got was Popeye the Sailor Man. Okay, and I'm not kidding you. I got, I am what I am, and that's all that I am.
Yeah, like he doesn't hide
I'm not
anything.
kidding you. So
he's like, what you see is what you get with him. So he doesn't have a mask on or anything like that. And he's going to treat you like you're his equal. He's not going to put you on this high pedestal and think you're, you know, the goddess or whatever like that. But he's going to treat you as his equal.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting so far.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I'm glad you got through.
Me too. Have a great morning.
All right. You too.
You too.
Lisa, thank you very much for coming on in today. I think it was a lot of fun. You know, Psychic Thursday is off to a big boom, so I certainly appreciate it. I love spending time with you because you're fun and you make me think of things and bring things out that I may not say.
Well, that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah,
you know.
I am what I am. That's all that I am. Anyway, it's not even a good Popeye, but all right. So thank you very much, everyone, for stopping on by, and put it on your calendars. It is Psychic Thursday now, not Psychic Tuesday. And maybe we're going to do a special evening edition sometime if I can get Lisa to crawl out of bed. You know, it could be
I was in bed at 9:30 last night.
Come on, Bumpus. Let's play. Let's play psychic stuff at night. All right. Have a good day, everyone. Go ahead.
That would be really cool because, you know, energy at dusk is like more intense than energy any other time of the day. So.
Yeah. Gotta do it.
It would be fun.
All right.
So.
All right. So see you next Thursday.
You will.
All right, maybe the tarot lady will show up. Lady will show
Yeah,
up.
I think Christina
Whatever.
will be back
Oh.
on. Yep, she's supposed to be coming back on the 1st, so she will be here.
Very nice. All right, Psychic Thursday is off the air right here on SNSN. We will see you tomorrow on the streaming news and sports network. See you later.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports and your home for local news and weather, broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City. The streaming news and sports network, SNSN.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Jerry.